32 years ago, today, December the 21st, 1988, a Pan Am flight departing London going to New York, flight number 103, exploded 30,000 feet above Lockerbie, Scotland. At the time, the President of the United States was Herbert Walker Bush. Herbert Walker Bush is a former director of the CIA in those days, before he was president. One of his officers at the CIA became his Attorney General, William G. Barr. That was 32 years ago, and he indicted 2 Libyans for bombing Pan Am103. It was a lie. Today, 32 years later, William Barr holds a news conference and charges what he calls the bomb maker of Pan Am103's bomb with complicity in blowing up the plane. 32 years later, it's Attorney General Barr all over again, this time with another president, who announces this indictment 32 years later. He's lying. It's a lie then, and it's a lie now. 32 years ago, I guess a little later, I wrote a book. I wrote a book called Trail of the Octopus. Trail of the Octopus is the untold story of Pan Am103. Because in the 80s, I was an operative for the Defense Intelligence Agency posted in Lebanon and Cyprus. The Defense Intelligence Agency had very little faith and trust in the Drug Enforcement Administration and the CIA's operation in that area of the world. So one of my duties was to sort of keep an eye on the CIA and the DEA. Well, it turns out that the DEA had some informants that the CIA recruited as assets to use in Lebanon. What they didn't realize, and they were warned several times by my agency, that these CIA assets that were used to be DEA informants had some close ties to terrorist groups in Lebanon, including Ahmed Jibril's PFLP-GC. Now, according to the record, in July of 1988, the United States warship USS Vincennes mistakenly shot down an Iranian Airbus. And 6 months later, on December the 21st, 1988, a bomb took down Pan Am103 at 30,000 feet above Lockerbie, Scotland. So we have learned since that the Iranians paid the PFLP-GC to plot, plan, and place the bomb on the Pan Am103 flight in revenge for us shooting down their Airbus. So that's exactly what happened. They were paid $10 million. Despite all that, despite the CIA's involvement, but despite the initial investigation saying that it was the PFLP-GC and Ahmed Jibril who brought down the plane, William G. Barr indicted 2 Libyans for the bombing. And that's all detailed right here in my book that I wrote in 1993. So now today, 32 years later, William G. Barr, who is again an attorney general, has now said in a news conference that some bomb maker connected to Libya blew up the airplane, which is a factual, insidious lie. How do I know? Very simple. And several years after I wrote Trail of the Octopus, some of my contacts at Defense Intelligence Agency leaked to me a top secret classified file. And this is it. A little beaten, battered now. I've had it for some 30 something years, and I've kept it quiet because the file prepared by the Defense Intelligence Agency subset now known as the Defense Clandestine Service wrote this file and compiled it. And this secret file, which I have been holding on to for almost 30 years, shows that William Barr is a liar. It's detailed in this file how William Barr knew that one of the people on the airplane was a Ahmed Jibril operative and was carrying the bomb, and somehow was allowed on this craft because of a CIA screw-up, and he was going to cover up the CIA's mishap to protect the American government and protect his old agency, the CIA. So that's exactly what happened, and now we know, because this file is now, I'm now making this file public. This is the AG William Barr file. You know what it shows? It shows that the key operative, Nazir Jafar, who had the bomb on the plane, was a United States citizen from Detroit. He was a Lebanese, but he also held the United States passport. Barr knew this. He also, at the crash site, the only passport at the crash site for Nazir Jafar was a Lebanese passport. So the question arises, Mr. Barr, why did a United States citizen with a United States passport decide to fly home to America using a Lebanese passport? Why? Because William Barr and the CIA used Jafar to get into the United States without tipping off his PFLP-GC people that he was a United States citizen. So Barr lied. Here's the file for the first time in 30 years, and Barr today stands before the United States government and the people of the U.S. and has lied again, and has lied again, because now we know what the truth really is about William Barr, the CIA, the DEA, and the cover-up that Mr. Barr initiated. Thank you very much.